Hello everybody, welcome back to Mining Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler and this is Heartless Eldrazi. This is something, we have a lot of 8-drops in this deck. As you can see, Abundant Maw, Limited Powerhouse or something. Turned Modern staple? I don't know, it did 5-0 a league though, and that's what we're looking at here. I don't know how great this hand is. It is unfortunately lacking in black mana, but if we hit black land here, like that, yeah. Pretty good at Magic sometimes, right? Let's go ahead and make some black mana and get this Heartless Summoning out here. Well, I'll tell you what this means. If we draw an Eldrazi Temple, it means an Abundant Maw next turn. That's pretty good. But if not, it's, just going to be Reality Smasher. That's all. So the way this works is Emerge means it costs the Emerge cost minus whatever creature you sacrifice. Convert mana cost of the creature you sacrifice. So look at this next turn. The cost would be 7. -2 from Heartless Summoning. Now the cost is 5. Okay. We have Eternal Scourge out. Well, now it's minus that, so the cost is 2. And you know what that means? That means we can play this Eternal Scourge next turn and then sacrifice for an Abundant Maw on turn 3, thanks to this Heartless Summoning. Now our opponent, though, on Double Horizon Canopy Aether Vial, hopefully our lands are safe here. This Urborg was a clutch draw and pretty important. Humans, okay. No idea what our 5-color humans matchup is like, but I suppose we'll find out here. Spoilers, I think I might be playing 5-color humans on the Team Modern Super League. If you're watching this on the Monday it comes out, it'll be tomorrow. But I'm looking forward to it. Todd Stevens and Saffron Olive on my team. Pretty excited about it. Okay, so here we go, friends. Let's just do it. Why not? All right, first up, Eternal Scourge. Step 1. How about step 2 here? We play Abundant Maw. Sound good? I think it sounds pretty good. Go ahead and merge this Eternal Scourge out of here. And you know what? Yeah, you can lose 3. I'll gain 3. Seems pretty good. By the way, it's a 5-3 here on turn 3 that drains you. So now, one of the things the deck likes, and we don't have it yet, obviously. We don't really want to draw any more lands here. But... Okay, no vial taken up. If you have a Relic Progenitus, which we run several of in the main deck, you can just tap to exile this and recast it for the discounted cost on the next turn. To, give some Emerge guys again. Plus, we have Sanctum Vugan in our deck. So, when we cast a big spell, we can use Sanctum Vugan to go get a different card. Now, what is Meddling Mage is a card I don't know what they're possibly going to name. That if you know this deck, you'd name Descended Mindbender, but very possible that they don't know the deck. And so they chose the one thing they've seen, which is Abundant Maw. And it turns out it's just going to be a Reality Smasher coming on in. Plus whatever we draw here, which is hopefully something good. Sulfur Spring's not exactly what we were looking for. Well, sure, why not? Let's just go ahead and play this Reality Smasher. What do you say? Turn 3 Abundant Maw, turn 4 Reality Smasher? I'm saying just need to add some colorless mana in there. Whatever, we'll waste mana. We're clearly not doing anything with it. I would say that what our deck is not necessarily very good against is Reflector Mage. However, wow, our opponent just took it, huh? That said, we just have plenty of mana thanks to the Heartless Summoning. We could just pay 5 for this. Well, I guess it costs 6. So we could cast it just not next turn. And they might very well have the Reflector Mage coming down here. Yep. Alright, so they're going to bounce, I assume, the Abundant Maw, but maybe, yeah. The problem is when we cast it again, we get another trigger. Now, if we draw Eldrazi Temple, we can play it next turn. If not, we're going to have to wait a turn. That, or, depending on what happens here, if they somehow let our Smasher get in, we could just drain them out with the Abundant Maw. But the problem for us, especially if our opponent has another creature here, is that this Champion of Paris just plays defense pretty well against all of our team. Our opponent is in the tank here. They are a little hamstrung by the fact that these Horizon Canopies cost a life. Seem to be the only lands they have. They're obviously very good. That said, they do cost a life. So for what it's worth, we couldn't cast Abundant Maw anyways because Reflector Mage wouldn't let us. So that's a thing. So we don't have to worry about that aspect of it at least. Let's see if they attack. This is the key decision for them, and it makes sense not to attack. Another Heartless Summoning, really not what we're looking for. We've drawn, outside of ripping that that Urborg on turn 2, we've drawn pretty poorly. Oh, we can't even play it thanks to this Meddling Mage. I see. Okay, well, I take back everything I said, and it turns out we're actually in a lot of trouble. Kill one or the other here. We obviously want to kill the champion of the parish. Yeah, we could be in trouble. We just flooded out real hard here. I mean, think about it, actually. We've drawn exactly one card that was in our opening hand. Alright, well, now our opponent found their land too. All of a sudden, I think we went from being in a good spot to possibly just being kind of dead. Our deck is pretty good at, you know, taking out opponents' hands and draining them out and so on, but we need creatures to do that, and the human deck might just have bigger creatures by the time we find anything else. Yeah, here that one's gonna name Reality Smasher, so that's gonna hurt as well. I don't know exactly what we're looking for, but I would say that things are. Yeah, I think we're just dead. This human deck is very, very good. Makes me really sad that it's just a better Merfolk. Alright, there's an Eternal Scourge. That wasn't exactly what we're looking for, but I suppose it is at least a playable card. Alright, let's go ahead and play it out here first. I suppose I should Field of Ruin the Cavern of Souls. Should have done that in the end step. We have a land to get out. I assume they do, but it will be, you know, less optimal than that land. Alright, can't play any of my cards. Let's pass. I guess the Eternal Scourge holds off the Meddling Mages from attacking, so it slows things down a little bit. The problem is I just don't know what we're actually going to do to win. Like, I don't know how we can reasonably connect for 6 more points of damage here. Descended Mindbender is what we need to draw. But I think we're just dead. Another Reflector Mage. This deck is so good. It's exiled. Yeah, I can play it from exile. Agreed. For what it's worth, I think this ability fizzled, so we can play it next turn. I think. Oh, they just have it all, though. Well, makes sense. They didn't have very many lands, and we're just dead next turn. This deck turns the corner so fast. Alright, well, thought not. A little too late. Good game. Humans is... Man, that deck is good. Alright, Kozilek's Return's pretty good as well, though. Engineered Explosives is great here. And Brutality seems fine as well. Okay. What do we not want here? Most of our cards are actually pretty good. We don't want the Brutalities, I suppose. I get rid of an Abundant Maw, I imagine is okay. We boarded out a Relic, we can get rid of one Scourge. We want to be the control deck in this matchup. We'll give this one a shot. Wow, Heron was so sweet, but it just went nowhere. We could not turn the corner. Yeah, this is a keep for sure. The Descended Mindbender is actually worse here than it is against most decks, because they don't even have anything over 4 for us to get. But, that said, this is still a pretty reasonable hand. Turn 2, Matter Reshaper. Turn 3, Thought Knot. Pretty good. If we're going to need another black source to hit the Descended Mindbender. Well, there we go. So we do have a little bit working here for us. This hand might just get there. Certainly hope so. If this hand loses, actually, chalk it up. Human's best deck in the format. I mean, to be honest, it might already be the best deck in the format. It's modern, so it's hard to say anything is the best deck in the format, but I guess it did just win a GP. So, yeah, there you go. Just has so much value in all of its cards. It's truly, truly nuts. I also would not hate drawing a Kozilek's Return off the top here. Our opponent's not doing much either. Okay, so we have options. This is actually pretty sweet. I could play Heartless Summoning. And I could Heartless Summoning Abundant Maw, right? No. Yeah, maybe. I think we just thought not. We need to take something out of their hand. Our opponents kept the one land hierarch draw here. All right, let's go ahead and thought not them. This hand certainly is going to get pretty good as long as our opponent doesn't have anything too crazy over here. That's all pretty good. Oh man, I don't even know what to care about most here. This is all insane. Our stuff is all devoid, I believe. Yeah, I mean, it's all colorless. So this is just okay. This Phantasmal Image is pretty good. Thalia is good against our Heartless Summoning. I think I leave them the 3s. I think I have to take a Thalia's Lieutenant here. Simply because of, you know, it'll just make that Champion of the Parish too big for us to handle. It's Phantasmal Image. I assume this is copying Thought-Knots here. Yeah. Which is good for them, but it's not the end of the world for us. We're out the Descended Mindbender as expected. That was certainly good for them, though. That was a nice draw, though. All right, we still got a shot here. Let's go ahead and get this thing out of here. I have no way to target it other than this, so we will pay our life. See what we draw. Oh, okay, good enough. Yeah, I do think our opponent was not really going to be able to get out of that one. But if we don't draw Dismember there, we might just lose. Humans is just insanely good. All right, let's move on. I just don't know if these are good or not. You know, they're removal, and I like that, but that's basically all they are. They're just more removal. We have plenty, in theory. Kozilek's Return is MVP here. This hand so close to being good, but it is not. Yeah, I have to keep it. It's got Red Source and Kozilek's Return, and I'd say that's about all we're going to be able to do here. Unfortunately, I have to bottom the Thought Knot. I mean, maybe I don't. I think I do, just because missing our third land is just so killer here. They have a Vial? No, they have nothing. Interesting. Okay. Well, there's the land. All right, so we can go turn 2 Heartless Summoning, turn 3 Smasher. It's pretty solid. We also have this Kozilek's Return. I would say the plan is Kozilek's Returning at some point, and then Descended Mindbendering to get it back. And wipe their board, but we can just get torn up by them not allowing us to cast spells. So this is going to get a non-land. God, that's so good. Well, okay, there goes our Heartless Summoning. We can get it back if we can get rid of the freebooter, but if our opponent has Meddling Mage after this, we're just basically going to be dead. Obviously, draw. We are definitely setting up to get Meddling Maged, drawing the second one here. All right, well, here it comes. It's Meddling Mage, we're gone. And all right, that's not a Meddling Mage, but that is what they would play before they had Meddling Mage. All right, double white. It's going to be Thalia, though. We're not going to be able to kill him. Yep, obviously. Okay. Oh, we were so close. So close. Now we need to have a land to even have a shot here. That was not a land. I suppose for not being a land, it's not the worst, since it will at least draw us an extra card here. I mean, because we're all in on And the problem is now this Kozilek's Return is not going to kill the Champion of the Parish. But if we can at least get rid of the Freebooter and the Thalia, get back our Heartless Summoning, that's a start. Yep, and I knew that's what they'd have, yeah. Now we can't get rid of the Freebooter. We'll never get our Heartless Summoning back. It's just absurd how good this deck is. Just actually insane. I just want to put this thing together. I want to build this deck now. I want to play it. Well, there's the land. We just take so much damage. You spend so much time just trying to get out from under their tax effects. I guess that a turn late. Yeah. All right. You spend so much time trying to get out from under the tax effects, you then just die to the Champion of the Parish. Okay, well, let's see what we can do here. I think we're taking 6, so I think we're just dead. I think it's just not gonna matter. Okay, well, they're gonna run that into the Kozilek's Return. I'll just let this trigger go on the stack. I mean, I understand why they did it, obviously. Unfortunately, it was good as their last card because we cannot dismember this thing now. So we take 7, go to 3. I guess if we hit land, we can play Smasher? We need a creature off the top that we can cast. That is a creature we can cast. It is, however, quite terrible. And Thalia's Lieutenant was just so good. If we had our Heartless Summoning here, we could do a little more. Well, I mean, this would be dead. We could Heartless Summoning, play Thought Knot, and then next turn be set up to play a Mindbender. And okay, well, I guess there's no good options. No matter what I do, I die. I mean, I can play Thought Knot and Chump Block, but that kills us just as, much as anything else. We were so close to turning the corner here, but we just couldn't do it. Champion of the Parish is too strong. Human's deck is best deck in the format for a reason. It's just so much game against everything. This is a fast enough start. They can race creature decks. They can beat combo decks because they just tore apart our hand. Really, it's got it all. It makes me sad. I want that to be Merfolk. I want Merfolk to be this. Look at that. All right, good games. There you go, 5-color humans taking down our very sweet deck. At least we got one in there. It was a good match, though. It was close. Thanks for watching, everybody.